great tastes is brought to you by Cantor's Meats, the home of quality meats.
We are making it at home with Manitoba mushrooms. Heather Dyer at Manitoba Mushrooms. So what we have here is, you will never really need or want to buy any sauce in a jar ever again. We have one very magical ingredient, well, two, considering the mushrooms as well.
Yes.
So much to get to here. Let's get going.
Okay, so the next recipe we're gonna make is called tortellini with mushroom medley sauce.
Right.
Super quick, super easy.
Yes, yes.
Only 8 ingredients.
Right.
And it's delicious.
Getting better. Well, all we have is the onions going at this point.
So in the saucepan, you're gonna saute some onions in butter. Okay, and get a nice flavor going and get some caramelization going. And then in this recipe, we are using a medley of mushrooms.
I've always loved mushrooms, but since we've been working together, I've just kind of developed a whole new appreciation for them. And so yes, we've got all different kinds of varieties, which we'll get to in a second here.
Yeah, so I've got in this particular recipe, we are gonna use the exotics, which some people may not be as familiar with.
Right.
So everyone's familiar with the white.
Yes.
And the cremini.
Right.
And so we wanted to create a recipe that, sort of took it to the next level and added those other mushrooms.
Fancy it up
The
a bit.
fancy ones.
Okay.
So the mushrooms that we're going to be using, or we're using in this recipe, are the oyster, the shiitake, and the portobello.
Like the oyster mushroom. Like you could wear that in your hair.
It is. It's a very interesting looking mushroom. It grows off center from the root, and again, it fans out, and it's quite a silky texture.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And in terms of taste,
it's a full earthy flavor.
Okay.
It's a very nice flavor. The shiitake is another one we're using in this particular recipe, and it again is a nice full flavored mushroom, and this is the only one that we recommend that you do remove the stem.
Remove the stem, okay.
Yeah, so you just wiggle, move it. It's a bit woody, so that's why we always remember that you do remove the stem. And the portobello. A lot of people find that very daunting. It's big, it's a large mushroom.
It's
what
a
do I
big
do with
mushroom,
it?
yeah.
If you don't want to cook it whole, slice it up. It's got a great flavor. It's the cremini that's let grow for another 3 or 4 days.
That's right, I forgot about that. It's just 3 or 4 days, so you go from the cremini to that. Yeah.
So again, it's the same family, and again, lots and lots of flavor.
All right.
So what we've done is you can now buy it in a variety pack.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So
okay.
it's all lovely, and they're sliced up, ready to go, and you just and this is a perfect recipe for the variety pack.
Because again, we're trying to make it at home, and so we're we have lots of good things going on here, but making it as easy as possible. So.
Right. So we've sauteed the mushrooms for about 2 or 3 minutes, and we're going to add some thyme because mushrooms and thyme go together.
Go perfectly together. Yeah.
About a teaspoon of thyme. Oh. And we're going to get to the very easy, quick sauce.
Da-da-da.
So the sauce that we're going to be using in this recipe, the key ingredient is whipping cream. Okay. And again, you're not using a lot. Okay.
Well,
it's not
goes
using
a long
lot,
way sometimes,
but
right?
It does. It really gives you that nice mouthfeel, that nice flavor. So we're going to add a cup of vegetable broth.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to add that right into the pan. Okay, and just saute and stir. And into the pan as well goes a half a cup of whipping cream.
Hello.
Okay.
And so this is not, again, one of these sauces that you're going to need to stir and stir and stir and stir. It's going to thicken up fairly quickly.
It is.
Yeah.
All you need to do at this point or this stage, I'm just going to turn the heat up just slightly, is that you're going to bring this up to the boil.
Okay.
And basically, the sauce will be done.
That's
as soon as it hits a boil, it's enough that because we are going to add 2 more ingredients, and that is what's going to coat the pasta, which we're using the tri-colored 3-cheese tortellini.
Right.
In this recipe.
And so that's another way you can make it. I guess you could make your own pasta, but it's another way to make it quickly. But as you say.
Yes.
It's pretty fancy.
It is pretty fancy.
Should I taste this now or should I wait?
No, we're going to add the pasta.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to let it come up to a boil. Again, we've sliced the mushrooms. You can buy them sliced or slice them on your own. Okay.
I'm not in the least bit eager to try this, not even a little bit. So sorry.
And again, we're adding lots of color. So I'll just get you to help. So the pasta gets cooked on its own, and then you just are tossing it and getting it coated, again, with that voluptuous, nice sauce.
Voluptuous.
You like
There's
that?
a word.
And again, it coats it, and the mushrooms,
Look at
again,
that.
a meal in one.
That is gorgeous.
And about a half a cup of fresh, and this
it
again, Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
And this again is going to help thicken because you're not using a flour thickener.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So none of that messing around with roux or anything like
No.
that this
No.
time around. Okay, that's
And so it's
fantastic.
coming to the boil. You
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all.
No, as soon as it boils, it'll evaporate some of that extra moisture. It will thicken up.
Kind of taking over your stirring.
That's
here,
okay.
sorry.
The cheese will thicken it up as well. And Des,
Shall
you're
I?
going to, yeah,
do this?
for sure.
It's got cream in it.
Yes. And
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
that is so good. The thyme is just, that is
quick,
absolutely
easy,
amazing.
8 ingredients. Yeah.
And all those fancy mushrooms.
And you use the exotics, which some people are familiar with.
For sure.
Yeah.
Make it at home, Manitoba mushrooms. When we come back, we have, 3 separate words, all very good. Skillet, mushroom, lasagna. When we come back in Great Taste of Manitoba, don't go anywhere. So good.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by the Government of Canada and Manitoba Agriculture through the Canadian Agricultural Partnership.